Yes, hello. Welcome to Confidence Live with me, plus size supermodel Tricia Campbell. I am also a confidence and body image coach. I am super excited tonight because, drum roll, I have one of my latest grads from the Unleash. Oh my God, a Confidence Unleashed program. And her name is MariJo. I won't even attempt the last name, but she is a star. So we'll just go by the first name for now. I'll let her tell you her full name. She's from the beautiful island of Cape Verde. I was just rocking out to her song. OMG, she is such a superstar. Of course, she is a former beauty queen, or once a beauty queen, always a beauty queen. So there's no former in that. Of course, and then she's also a singer and actress, and of course, the latest graduate from the Confidence Unleashed program, my signature one-on-one program where women unleash their inner beauty and reclaim their unstoppable confidence. So, MariJo, OMG, it's so good to see you. You are looking amazing. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fabulous, darling.
You look fabulous, darling.
Why, thank you.
Yes, you do.
No.
So tell us, I was just rocking. We gotta, I'm so proud of you. We gotta first start with your music, because I was just rocking out to it. Tell us a little bit about that song, Woman. It's epic.
Oh my gosh. First of all, I was like, oh, she's rocking to some reggae music in the background. I was like, that sounds good. Little did I know that she's rocking to my music in the background. Thank you for playing it. But Woman, where did Woman start? Okay, so Woman actually was inspired through the current relationship that I was in, aka / marriage. But it was just, it's about like cultural differences and some of the, how do I say it? Some men that kind of have this double standard about women and what women can do and what man can't. And I experienced some like judgment on things like that I shared and whatnot. And then I just came like, I use my experiences through music. So I was just like, wait a minute. No. I'm a woman. There's so much more to me despite of like judgment and double standard ideas and whatnot. And that's really where Woman came from. Or that's how
it is so empowering, because when I listened to it, I was like, wow, this is great. And I mean, there's so many women all over the world, not only in the USA, that struggle with sexism, even classism and all this stuff as a woman, and even equal pay and all this stuff. Like, it's not very popular, but it's still going on, where you'll be doing the same job as a man and he gets more money than you. The only place that I know that the pay is kind of different is in modeling, where female models get more money than male models. But in a lot of other industries, it does not work like that. We have to fight as women, and we see what's going on in Afghanistan and different countries all over the world where women really have to fight. So I love that song.
Yeah, the intent behind it wasn't like to be this whole like, feminist kind of song and whatnot. It was just more to kind of highlight that we embody so many or just vast aspects of a human being that, like, yeah, we could be sexy, confident, we could have all these other things, but like we cook, we clean, we do so much. And it's like, it was more like, don't lose sight of the wonderful qualities that women do have. Instead, embrace her. And if she's got all these wonderful qualities, and just because you're limited by your thinking and whatnot, like, dude, a woman is amazing on so many levels. And let's it's not even about separating, like, I'm a woman, I'm pro-woman and whatnot, but it's just like, let's unify. Like, encourage me, uplift me as I do you, and let's just be unified.
And so many men are trying to be women.
I think that's a whole nother show. That's a whole other show. I'm not going there.
Okay, we won't even go there. All right, yes.
Right.
I've known you for a while now, for a couple of years, and I've always known that you are superstar. And, you know, when you got in touch with me about joining my program, one of my programs, you know, my heart just swells because I know that you're already a go-getter. You're already confident. And I know that you're already enough. You know that you deserve everything that you want. But sometimes I know that through life, we go through things. And I really am super proud of you for really, you know, tapping into that your inner self and saying, you know what, I'm not scared, I'm not in fear, I'm gonna ask for help to really reclaim my confidence again.
I like that
Can you tell us a little bit about what led you to saying I've had enough, I know I deserve more, I have to up my game, I have to kick up my confidence?
I think first I'll start off by saying that it's very difficult a lot of times when you think like you've done all these amazing things in the past, and then to find yourself in a space where you're like, I need help at the moment, but like you feel embarrassed because you're supposed to be all these wonderful things, but you've done all these amazing things. And then I mean, I had to push through the fear because I think the word that resonates with me most is like embarrassed. Like I was embarrassed to admit that I need help right now. I don't have it all figured out. And I'm supposed to know all these things. And yet I'm like, I don't like to use the word stuck, but just in the space where it's just like, I need to push through. I need support because I usually looked at myself and was like, I'm strong, independent woman, all these other things. And it's just like, even the strong need help at times. Sometimes we get stuck or we have challenges and we need help. And I looked at your program a couple of times and I was like, yeah, I want to, but then I was like, nah, yeah, no. And then I finally was just like, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Like, what do I have to lose?
So what mindset did you have to get into to really say, you made the realization that you need help, right? But then sometimes we say to ourselves, yeah, I want help, I need help to do this. But then what made you say, you know what, to hell with this, I'm reaching out, I'm good. And you are committed, you were committed. I mean, we met every week the same time for 4 weeks straight, and you were there and you did your homeworks, you put in your new habits, we set up the strategies, you put them in place, and you even got a phone call with Aka. I was like, what? Like, doors starting to open. I was like, wow, just by working on your inner star.
Well, I think that when we sit in pride, we lose a lot. And it was just a matter of, in order to move forward, recognizing where I am and what I need at the time, you've got to make that decision. Like, just to sit there and soak in your pity or in your lack thereof or your fears, you just got to make a decision like, what do I have to lose? Like, a better choice of word is, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. So.
Yeah. And the name of the program,
do it. Do it anyways.
Sorry, what was that?
No, I said, and then I finally decided, I was like, feel the fear and do it anyways. Just do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
Like night, just do it. So you felt the fear, you did it anyway, and you did it. And how are you feeling now? And I want to ask you, how do you feel while you're going through the process of the coaching?
I think you remember, and I remember you said this to me, MJ, I've known you for a while and you're not your usual self. Because I mean, by nature, I'd like to think that I'm jovial and cheerful and all about positivity and all that wonderful stuff. But I just really was in a space where I didn't feel my normal self. I was going through personal things and I was in a funk. To kind of sort of say, I was in my own funk, sitting in my own funk. And then to go through the process, it was just, first and foremost, just having you to be also committed to me. You said I was committed, but you also were committed to me. And to have that support and that weekly support, but also to be held accountable. And I think that's where you learn whether you can do it or not. It takes a decision and then the commitment thereafter. And I've had times, I'm sure we've all had times where we make excuses, but it's like, how many times are you going to make excuse for yourself? Like, if you can't commit to you, why do you expect people to commit to you?
Yeah. And the name, so did the name of the program have anything to do with wanting to join it? Because of course, you know, we all say we know we're beautiful. We all know, we say that we're queens. Well, some women know that they're queens, but there is, without giving away too much secrets that's in the program that you have to do. How are you feeling now that you completed it? I know now you really know that, oh my God, I was a queen before and I will never forget that.
I definitely knew one of the reasons that I reached out was I knew that at the time my confidence was a little on the low side. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, or you know, people tell you what you feel on the inside is just how you feel on the inside. And sometimes, as I was saying, like that was primarily the reason. I was just like, you know, I can get help with other things, other places and whatnot. But in terms of confidence, one thing that I've always admired about you, that I'm like, even moments, and I've told you face to face, I'm like, Trisha is crazy. I'm like, goodness gracious, if I just have her fearlessness, her confidence to do it anyways. And I was just like, that's what I was looking for, just to have that confidence, just to kick myself in the butt a little bit and be like, yes, I believe I'm beautiful because I've been told all my life I'm beautiful. And I want to believe, or I believe more so, that my inner being is more beautiful than anything. But in the moment, or at the moment, I wasn't feeling as beautiful. And I think it's what human beings struggle with, but especially women. I felt fat. I didn't feel as pretty. I don't feel as confident. And so then you kind of like start going through road rot and add on the voices that don't shut up and just criticize thyself. And I was feeling stagnant and not moving forward, not living up to my full potential, not living my purpose. And now, and going through the course, it's just, I'm not where I want to be in life, but darn it, I'm definitely not where I was when I contacted you.
Yes, you now you have the tools, and it's up to you to continue it. That's what I tell people with the difference between, say, a therapist, between a therapist and a coach. Like a coach, we're there for you as an accountability partner to put certain, habits in place, because as creatures, as humans, yeah, you could try to do it yourself and all this stuff, but it never works. Like by the next 2 days, how hard was it, or how easy was it for you to put certain habits in place, like new habits?
I think what helps and what helped me through the process is that once you decide to be committed to yourself, I think that made it easier. It was just like, no. I think like we all have areas of weaknesses, and one was sometimes that I don't always have self-discipline. That's my little way. I mean, I'm a go-getter. I get things done. I take care of the family. I do things. I get it done. But sometimes, or in particular areas, I don't always have self-discipline. And I think, like I said, it was just at a point where it's just like, I got to do this. I got to commit to myself. I'm worth it, and I'm going to do it. So having an open mind, an open heart, and determination made it easier for me. I don't think the process was hard. I think there were moments throughout the process that forced me to really look within. And sometimes that's the hardest part, looking at areas within that maybe you just didn't realize were existing within. And then having to face it. And sometimes, I remember one of our sessions, I think you saw that I immediately like filled with tears, and it was just a moment of silence because I tapped into a place that I thought I did all the work, but I realized I hadn't tapped into that place. And what I would like to say is that I'm not everywhere or what I want to be thus, yet, but I feel like I'm set for life.
Yeah.
In terms of what I've gained. And it's a combination of things. I reached out to you. I think I have a therapist, and I'm not afraid to say that, because they said like that takes care of your mental, your well-being. And I think that everybody should, if they
Our
could.
therapist, yeah, I think some therapy too.
Within the Black community, especially, there's a stigma, and it's just like, everybody should get it.
Yeah.
And then just really open, and I've been listening to so many speakers, just getting so motivated, and it's just like, I just feel like I'm set for life. Of course, there's going to be challenges, struggles, all that, but I now have tools. I know, like, I've just learned a lot. I've learned a lot about myself in the process.
Yeah, and about, I mean, the future. So you feel like you're getting closer to, well, of course, without giving away too much, you know how to navigate now to get the desires and the true goals that you want, because you know how to like navigate it. Because I feel like, you know, I tell a lot of my clients all the time, what happens is we want to achieve certain things and we want to have certain goals, but then your mind gets so jumbled, and then the doubt comes into, like the doubt, and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna give up, like I can't. And then we're like, how is it gonna get done and all this stuff. So when you go through coaching, which I saw you did, it's like, you know, we started doing visualizations and all these different techniques that, as I said, tell us what happened with Akon. Like, how did it go again?
I gotta give credit to my sister, who's living her best life, doing her thing. She's pursuing her music, and she just decided to up and go and just kind of explore life. And she was at I don't recall the actual event, but she knows that I've always loved Akon. And so
his voice
was amongst the VIPs and whatnot. And it was her little gift to me. She just gave me a call and was just like, here. And so I ended up speaking to him, and I was just like, oh my gosh. I know.
This was during our sessions when we were working on, you know, her desires and her things that she wants to do, where she wants to sing in the world and all of that. And then we get on another session and she's like, Trisha, I spoke to Akon today. I was like, what?
Right. I was just like, oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
It was fun. It was fun. It's when you put yourself in that mindset and just really open it and allow things to align and things that happen and occur. And they really do just come to you. I mean, I've always, like, I shifted my mindset many, many years ago in terms of, like, I learned, like, to get through the mindset of scarcity and being in alignment and in abundance and all that. So I've seen things come to fruition from having that mindset. I just was in a moment in life where I kind of got stuck. And as a woman, as a mother, and as a wife, and as all these other things, it's just like I'm very determined. I usually get things done, but sometimes you just trying to get everything done, and you get caught, you get lost in everything that you have to get done. And then simple as the steps to get there, it just becomes one big old jumble, and you're like,
yes. So I'm super proud of you, because you know that you are worth it. You are worth it. You deserve it. And as you say, you're a mother, you work full-time, wife, you know, all of that. And yeah, just let other women know, like, if they're hesitant about, you know, really coaching, whether it's my program or another program, just tell them, like, how important it is, especially, you know, as curvy plus size women, and how important it is to really tap into your inner beauty and your confidence, because as I tell my clients, it gets you everything. It magnetizes everything to you when you do all that inner work. Yeah.
I think one of the things I learned very much so is that we can't always do it all. We can't always do it all. And what I learned with the combination of therapy and coaching and whatnot is that I really needed to learn some self-care and self-love on a level that all these years of life, without giving my age, that I was like, oh, I thought I loved myself. Oh, I can take care of husband. I can take care of child. I mean, all these things that reflect my doings. It's just like, I get it done. And then I realized, yeah, you commit to everybody but yourself.
Oh.
Commit, you need it done, I'll get it done. Boom. But then when it comes to myself, it's just like, I shortchange myself. And I
Mm,
think to respond to what you just said, is
mhm,
the importance of committing to yourself, investing in yourself.
mhm, mhm.
It is an absolute necessity. If you're not willing to commit to you, if you're not willing to invest in you, then why should others?
Yeah. I always say that you have to fill up your engines, your bucket, or your heart, your life, before you can give to anybody else. And as women, sometimes, I went through it myself where I was just giving, giving, giving to everybody else and nothing to myself. And then you'll be wondering why you're tired, why you can't lose that weight, why you hate your body, why you comparing yourself, all of these different things, why you feeling exhausted all the time. I haven't seen you in a while, but I'm telling you right now, you look so refreshed. You look so renewed. You look like you're ready to conquer the world. And I'm not just saying that because I know you and you have graduated the program and all of that. I could tell that you are doing your habits and as you say, you're set for life. You feel like you're definitely set for life. And
Yeah.
I'm just super proud of you.
If I may, I want to add on to one more thing that I learned in terms of that whole committing to everyone else. Or there's a flip side to it, which is something I learned, is just that sometimes it's easier to commit to others because when you commit to yourself or look within and look at self, you're forced to see all of you, good, bad, and ugly. And
Yes.
a lot of times it's easier to point the fingers, it's easier to fix somebody else and something else.
Mm,
Doing this
mm.
keeps you away from self. And
Yes.
that's something that's just like, oh. And then you think of like, but I do this and I do that. I take care of that. And it's just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to take care of those things. How about
True.
you?
So,
Like,
so
you
true.
have to look in the mirror.
Yeah, that's self-reflection, and I think that's why so many people run away from it. But tell them, like, how was it in program? Like, I'm a fun person, so even though you're learning all these new skills and we're going through certain deep emotional things, it's still fun and it's still great. How was that for you?
It was I think in the beginning I didn't feel as fun because as much as I wanted to put on a smile, inside was crying. But through the process, your personality is always fun and engaging. So it's very easy to just be engaged and it's personable. So there's a certain level of comfortability because I had known you prior to, but because of your style of coaching also, it's very easy to relate, to converse, and to make progress.
And I always want you to feel safe, like safe, secure, all of that. And this is why I love individual coaching because everybody's their own individual. Everybody has their own unique problems and unique goals that they want to meet. So this is why I love this intimacy because it's private. You could really dig deep and go into your inner. Nobody's going to judge you and all of this stuff. How did you feel about that level of it too? Because I know a lot of women have been asking me about group coaching and I'm just quite not ready for that yet. I really want to do the one-on-one. I'll never say never, I won't do that. But the importance of the one-on-one. Tell me how you felt like just being individually catered to.
Um, it's what I needed at the time. My personality type is that I could do either one-on-one or I could do open. So that's just my personality type. But in the moment, and of course, I shared more things than willing to hear. But it was nice to have that one-on-one, and as you mentioned, that a safe environment, a safe space where I'm comfortable to tell you some of the things, personal things that I was going through and whatnot. So that's obviously a major plus. The space that you create, the experience that you give to someone is what they have to take from it.
Yes. And I love that it was catered to exactly what you want to do. Of course, you're a singer, you're an actress, you're an entertainer. I don't want only women to feel like, oh, I only deal with coach celebrities and public women in the public arena and all of that. I don't only deal with.
But I
I
think
deal
you
with.
can explore in the future having group coaching or bringing some of the people back and just, so that they feel like, oh, okay, she did it, I can do it, or we can. I just think it's a great forum whenever women, in general, but especially women, can get together and talk and say.
I want women to know that they can do it too. It's not difficult, and yes, it will work. But as MariJo is saying, graduate here, celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. You and everybody else, it's a commitment. And if you don't commit to it, it won't work.
I've learned this a long time. It always starts and ends with you. You said something outside of the commitment that I realized. One thing that you did help me. I'm very critical. I have the personality type that I criticize myself. So there's always a voice that I have to be like, nudge and be quiet. I've done good.
Perfectionist syndrome.
I don't like to think that, because I don't think I am, but I definitely like things done right.
Right.
But I remember one thing you said. It was just like, let's celebrate the win. Even with the ACOM thing, you're like, MJ, that's major. Like, let's celebrate the wins. And that's something I was just like, you're right. I was all being humble about it, like,
yeah, you're talking to ACOM.
And then later on, I can't remember who I was listening to, and that same message came. So now I try to do like celebrate small wins.
Yes.
Also, versus spending time looking what I'm that type. I didn't do this enough. Like, it's never enough. Like, I didn't do this. I didn't do that. And it's just like, no.
Yeah, celebrate.
If it's one thing, we did this. And I want to say it's Robert Greene. I could be wrong, and don't quote me. But especially being in an era of social media.
Yeah.
It is amazing. But there's a dark side.
There is.
Seeing other people, oh my gosh, they're living their best life. What am I doing? And comparing yourself. One thing that I recently learned, absolutely, is to stop comparing yourself with other people and social media, and compare yourself with the person from the day before. And if every day you did one thing to make you a better person, you've won.
Yes. So you are just a woman of great wisdom. I mean, the song that you did, Woman, did you write that? Is that your writing and all of that?
I write all my songs.
Oh, wow. That is just amazing. So tell everybody where they could find your song and all of that. Let them know.
They can find me on www.MariJomusic.com. You can find me on Spotify. You can find me on Apple. You can find me on all the platforms. It's just MariJo Music, MariJo Monteiro.
Okay. Wow. Just awesome. So again, I'm super proud. Thank you so much for coming on. All the best. I don't know if anybody wanted to ask questions, but of course, in the replay, if you guys missed it, she is now she's always been a queen, but now she's a confidence unleashed queen with Unshakeable.
You know the word I prefer to use now, because I don't even like saying queen as much anymore. I prefer to use goddess.
Goddess. Okay, goddess. Goddess from Cape Verde, of course. Yes, that's the west side of Africa, the beautiful island.
Yes. I was born in Lisbon, Portugal, but my entire family is from Cabo Verde, off the west coast of Africa.
Oh, nice. Where did you do that music video? Where was that?
That music, I shot it in Cabo Verde, in the islands of Santiago.
Oh, it is gorgeous. I love like all the coconut trees and all that stuff. So exotic, so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. There's several people that helped me. Thank you to Jim Job, who helped me with the production, and there's so many other people that helped me through the process, because it was a last minute video. So
wow. Yeah, it looks so amazing. Like all the color schemes, the style in your hair, just the songs. I mean, the whole where you were with the fisherman and the lady in their clothes, and it was good. Did you write that? Did you write the whole treatment? That's what I call it. I'm not from the music video world, but treatment.
I actually, oh gosh, I feel so bad that I'm forgetting their names at the moment. But no, at the time, last minute, Jay in Cape Verde, who helped me do the video, and oh God, I can't believe I'm forgetting the other artist's name at the moment. But anyway, so they helped me at the moment at the time. So
Yeah.
actually a well-known Cape Verdean artist by the name of Cheka. So between Cheka and Jay, we got together and they volunteered their time. And that was so, like, I'm so grateful because they were just like, we see it, we believe in you, and we want to help you. And so all together, we put the video with the help of my mom and her space and just my sisters and just everyone just kind of came together to support me, and I appreciate that so much.
So last question, how are you internally feeling and feeling on the outside too, as far as like, because when I wrote the like the little ad for saying you were coming on, I said you now tapped into your inner star again, like you pulled it out, and I could totally see it on camera right now. Like,
I'm embracing who I am, body, mind, and spirit. Each day I make progress, celebrate the wins, and make goals for what I want to improve. It's just like on a more spiritual level, every day that I have life, I'm winning.
Yes, especially with this new world. You have to celebrate wins. You have to celebrate
voices and just, I'm very much into like my elements, what I can see, what I can hear, water, all that. And it's just like, we really don't need as much.
Yeah. And of course, the working on the feminine energy.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know what that is, you guys gotta come into the program to really understand.
Right there. No, I could definitely reflect and be like, okay, yeah, I'm nice and all that. Especially like, us women, relationship plays a big part of our lives. And so I definitely could see where it's just like, that's strong, I'm in bed. And it's just like, you don't keep a man by doing those kinds of behaviors either. Being feminine, being cooperative. Yes, be assertive. Set your boundaries. That one's a big one. But just like, we're feminine, chill out, relax.
Yes.
I don't want to say be easy, but be cool. Set your boundaries, know thyself, and let it flow.
So what do you have to say to a lot of ladies who because everybody's in the public eye now, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you are changing a career, you're going to school, a lot of things are virtual. What advice can you give to women who feel like they're going to be judged? Maybe they're launching something new, they just don't want to be visible. What have you learned, over the years or in this program? Because I know you're also a beauty queen, where you won Miss Full Figured?
Miss Full Figured Fabulous.
Yes, Miss Full Figured Fabulous, where I also coached you there too.
Yes, I know. Do we have enough time?
I was like, I mean, with my coaching, girl, you
me and encouraged me way before
that experience.
Yeah. First, shut the voices in your head. Like, shut those voices down. You will talk yourself out of doing what you want and living your best life. You're your biggest critic. So shut those voices down. And you only have like the present moment. And so I mean, it's extreme thoughts, but I kind of like to say, if you were gone tomorrow, what will you say? Oh, I didn't do what I wanted to do because I was too afraid.
Yeah.
Everybody gets judged. Everybody, like, somebody has something to say about somebody. But know yourself, know your worth, feel the fear, and do it anyways.
Yeah. Because I remember during that time of that contest, you were like, again, you were so overwhelmed. I remember
I was just coming out of a relationship.
It's been a couple days, Trisha, like, I need this help. I have a lot of beauty queens right now, actually, who are reaching out to me. I have some in the program right now. And that's the one thing that happens to them. Like, they get so flustered and they're scared to ask for help. But if you want to be a winner in this life, do you think all those successful celebrities or entrepreneurs or people who are super uber duper successful, do you think they do it by themselves? No, they have mentors, coaches, people assisting them. So as MariJo said, you have to feel the fear, do it anyway, but don't do it by yourself. You're going to do that.
But that's a good point though, because I know for many years, like I never had a mentor before, stuff like that. And understanding, which is something I did say, is just that you can't do it all by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be willing to take risks in life.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say this, but it's just like, if you're not willing to take any risks, if you want to just be safe and do the same, have a mediocre life, which is perfectly okay. Mediocre, average is all well, good and dandy.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want something, you have to be willing to take the risk.
Yeah.
And why not risk and invest in yourself? Like, who else are you going to depend on to do it for you, to go get it for you? And nobody's going to handle your business better than you are, but you got to do it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You got to make that decision. I'm worth it. I'm willing to take the risk, because sitting in the comfort of your home and nobody judges you, nobody says anything. All right, how's that going to work out for you?
That means you're not living. You're not.
Yeah, you're living in your living room.
You want to feel alive. You want to feel radiated, full of energy and all of that, loving your body. If you want to change your body, so many clients that I work with today want to change their bodies. But if you're not having an accountability partner to help change your mindset, because of course, yeah, you could have the beautiful outfits to wear to the gym or wear wherever, or even to put on in your house. And if your mind is like, ooh, I'm not gonna do it, then nothing is gonna change. You know, you keep doing the same things and all of that. So that's why I'm here, and I'm so passionate to help uplift women all over the world, because I went through that as a model, feeling like I'm not enough, getting fat shamed, all of this stuff, feeling like I don't deserve it, I am not worthy because of the comparison and all of that. You know, we grew up in so many different cultures. They'll say, oh, you know, your face is beautiful, but your body. And no, I tell women all the time, you are beautiful, you're wonderfully made. But if you're having a problem with that, come on, get the help and do what you have to do. Look at MariJo, she's a graduate of and you did this in 4 weeks. You were like back to back, because I have 2 programs, the 90-day, and you did the 4 week, because you know, you just wanted to refresh and kick in that confidence, reclaim confidence. That's what I call what you did. You literally confidence, because you were always a go-getter, always had great self-esteem, confidence, but you just needed like a rev, a kick in the engine again, and you totally came in and did that.
But I also was going to add on to, like, if you know that you don't want to do something, or I've had moments where working out, I lack self-discipline. But instead of constantly beating myself about like my body, my this and that, then just embrace it.
Yeah.
Embrace it, love you the way that you are, and just live your best life with what you have, if that's the case. I
always say, even if it's turning on some music, I'm going to turn on your music. I don't know if it's going to work. Girl, it's your music. So the artist, I don't want to get like banned from Facebook or anything, but this is literally your music. So can we go, is it like everywhere? Like I could download it and YouTube stories and all that stuff?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. So I'll be putting it on one of my stories. Yay! Exciting. So do you want to give us a little taste of your vocabulary? I don't know if that's even a word.
That's fine.
Oh my God.
I trust in what God gave to me, and I don't even, half of the times I don't even sing other songs. I just sing basically what comes out of my soul and spirit.
Okay, so what's coming out of your soul right now?
Yeah.
Yes. Bless us with something.
I'm feeling pretty good, 'cause I'm blessed to live another day of life. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I got to wake up today, and I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Woo! You know I'm gonna sing on another life. MariJo, thank you so much.
And a dancer.
That was just ridiculous. Your inner star is definitely shining, definitely glowing, girl. Can't wait. You know,
I know. Now I'm like, and that's something I want to say. It's okay. A girlfriend once told me it's okay to make rest stops, and it's okay to make U-turns. And one thing is just like, it's okay to have, we kind of feel like we always, oh, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this, I'm not here, I'm not there. And sometimes it's okay to like stop, reflect, reset. And I felt like that's been the space I've been in. And I'm like, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing, and now I'm just like, it's for your own good sometimes. You need to reset, you need to rethink, you need to shift mindset, et cetera, et cetera. And now I'm looking forward to it. Now I'm like, all right, I've had my moments of sitting down, resetting and working on it.
You worked on your inner, you came into the program, you did the work. We had an amazing time. Your confidence is unleashed.
I feel like I'm ready.
Yes, and if you dip down in, you have the tools now. You have different habits and strategies that you know about now from the course, definitely from the program, and you're just gonna shine all over. And I can't wait to see and hear about some of the things that we discussed. Yes, with your
you know what? Sometimes in life, it's not always meant that you're just like supposed to be like next, and the next person. It's really finding yourself, and making sure you'll be just right or better for that person.
And your anointing, oh, you know what your anointing is. So just go and share it with the world.
Yeah.
All right, MariJo. Thank you guys. Hi, Fania. Thanks for coming on. Definitely. Can't make it. I'm watching the replay. Good morning, good night, all of that. This has been a great chat.
Thank you for
Congratulations again. Thanks for coming on, spending the time with us. And one last word that you want to say to your fellow Queen sisters in the private Facebook group, because we are also in the private Facebook group right now.
Absolutely. Trust your purpose. You were definitely created divinely and created to live this journey of life. The good, the bad, the ugly, and don't be afraid to get help and know that you are fabulous. I don't like to just be like, oh, you're fabulous, darling. But you really came with a purpose to serve it, and make sure you serve it.
Yes. All right. Last words. Woo! Love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, I'll be playing some of your music.
Yeah. I am a woman.
Oh, yes.
Natural power. I am a woman. What can you do? You got the best of me.
Yes, I'm signing off with it. Bye. We can stand here forever. Bye.
I think we
Congratulations. Yes. Bye.
Bye.